Hello everyone. This video shows you how you can navigate in the 3D virtual space in VR Math 2 editor. To navigate in the virtual space is pretty important because we need to see from any different viewpoint to maybe the virtual world or any virtual objects we create in the world. To begin with, I would like to do some background settings. First of all, I'd like to go to the beginner view, so I get a bigger 3D virtual space window. Of course, you can resize the window to any size you like. And secondly, I like to change the background to the sky and land. So in this case, I do have the background texture, so I really know that I'm rotating and moving, etc. Or change the viewpoint. Now the turtle in a 3D space feels a bit strange, so I would like to change that to the aeroplane. So I hope that fit better to this background. Now there are probably three or maybe five different type of navigation mode in VR Math 2. Now by default, the navigation mode is called examine. Examine mode. Examine mode is that you are dragging and you are actually rotating the world. The world is rotating, but in a sense, it's actually the viewer yourself is rapidly changing your location and direction, right? But this examine mode is pretty useful and it's quite common when creating or examine the 3D virtual world. To make it easier to examine, actually you can try this, show everything in space, and then it will really bring the everything in space. At the moment it's just the aeroplane in there, and you can simply drag around to see it. All right, and when you drag, it means that you are going to rotate, examine the world. Now there are a couple of keys that you can use together. The first one is the control key. Control key, when you hold down the control key and at the same time you drag, it's like you are panning the 3D world. So panning can pan up and down and left and right. That's the panning when the control key is holding down. Now, if you hold down the Alt key, or on Mac computer it will be the Option key. If you hold down the Option key and then you drag forward, and it's actually zoom out. If you drag backward, then it's actually zooming in. And if you use Magic Mouse or on PC, you don't need to actually use any key. You can use the scroll on the mouse, and then you can actually zoom in and zoom out. All right. So when you are rotating the examining, you can probably move the turtle, say, forward sometimes, but at this time when you rotate, you feel a little bit strange. It doesn't really center around the aeroplane, because in the examine mode there is a rotation center. So if you really want to rotate using the aeroplane, the reference point as the rotation center, just click on this, set the turtle's location as rotation center for examine mode. So when I clicked, actually the rotation now is really based on the aeroplane's location as the center of rotation. And sometimes in a 3D virtual space, if you double click on any place, actually that will become the center of rotation. So double click is to set the center of rotation as well. So at the moment I can probably ask the plane to go home and click on the set center rotation, fit everything. So now it's easier to navigate or to check on the 3D object. Right, so that is probably the most used navigation, and next we can change to the walk mode. Now to examine the walk mode and fly mode are pretty similar. The differences is the walk mode has gravity. So in order to test that, I have to open up a world, and as a guest, without logging in, you can open some worlds in the example space. So this time I'm curious to open up this Ven Temple one. So when I double click to open, this is actually the a big 3D virtual world, and I just go back to the beginning place, and if I change to say walk mode, now I can drag to change the direction, and when you left click, the mouse click, it's actually walking forward, and you can feel that you're walking upstairs because it's the walk mode. There's gravity effect. You can use the mouse right click and it will walk backward. And if you change to fly mode, it actually allows you to, if you look up and you actually are flying into the space. So that is the different thing. But if you use the walk mode, it's impossible you can fly. It will drop down to the floor immediately. And same thing in the fly mode. The left click is to fly forward, and the right click is to fly backward. Right now, I'd like to introduce the last one here. This is actually follow mode. It's like a game situation actually. So you will be always following your the turtle or the avatar I called in here. So at the moment it's the aeroplane. In this mode, you can't drag the mouse. You can't really use your mouse to control your navigation. What you can do is to use the turning. I can say go up, and you can just control your navigation in this way. So whenever you turn, you are following the avatar, right? The turtle. So that is the follow mode. The airplane has an exact location coordinate. Sometimes you wonder, what does it look like from that particular coordinate? Then you can change to this, seeing from the turtle's eye. And so in this mode, you actually move into the exact location of your avatar. The avatar will disappear because you are inside it. You can still use that to control, to see the world. And you can't really use mouse to drag and navigate in there. Right, so above all, that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 navigation mode, and hope you learn something about this.